All right, so let's talk about one of the biggest questions for any first-time visitor to Japan. Tokyo is absolutely incredible, right? But there's always that little voice that asks, what else is out there? Well, we're about to break down that very first day trip and show you just how simple and how amazing it can be.
So just picture it. You've made it. You're in Tokyo. The streets are buzzing, the lights are just electric, you can feel the energy everywhere. It is a lot to take in. It's totally thrilling, but let's be honest, it can also be just a little bit overwhelming.
And right in the middle of all that excitement, this little thought might start to creep in. It's such a common fear, you wouldn't believe it. You start worrying about the trains, getting lost, the language barrier. It's that quiet little hesitation that, honestly, keeps so many people from having some truly special experiences.
And you know what? That feeling is completely 100% valid. We can call it the Tokyo overwhelm. It's that sense that trying to navigate anything outside your little neighborhood feels like a massive challenge. But I'm here to tell you, it's just not as hard as it seems.
Because right on the other side of that feeling, just a really short train ride away, a totally different Japan is waiting for you. It's a Japan that's quieter, more spacious, and in a lot of ways, even deeper.
And what's so amazing is just how close all of this is. I mean, think about it. You could be standing in front of the giant, peaceful Buddha in Kamakura, actually hearing the ocean waves. Or maybe you're in Hakone, breathing in that fresh mountain air, watching steam rise from the hot springs with Mount Fuji right there. Or walking through a silent forest of ancient cedar trees in Nikko. These aren't some far-off dreams. They're real places, and they are so easy to get to.
Okay, so if these places are so great and so close, why does taking that first step feel so hard? Let's get right into the real reasons for that hesitation.
Yeah, these are the usual suspects right here. The train map can seriously look like a bowl of spaghetti, right? All these different colored lines, run by different companies. You start worrying about the language, and then you go online and there's just so much travel advice, it actually makes things more confusing. It's a classic case of just information overload.
And this one question, this is what it all boils down to. This gets to the absolute heart of the fear. It's not really about the logistics. It's about the anxiety of making a mistake somewhere you don't know. And that feeling can stop an adventure before it even gets a chance to start.
But now, we're going to flip the script, because there's this fundamental truth about traveling in Japan that once you get it, it changes your entire perspective.
Ready for it? Because this is honestly the key that unlocks everything.
I mean it. It is so much easier than you think. And this isn't just me being optimistic, it's actually by design. See, here's the thing you gotta understand. Japan's entire travel system is designed to be clear and efficient. Think of it like Japan's travel design. You are gonna find clear English signs in every major station. The trains are famously on time, like down to the second. And the routes to the popular spots like Kamakura or Hakone, they're incredibly straightforward. The whole system is literally built to help you succeed.
So with that in mind, let's plan out your first totally doable day trip. We're gonna make this so simple.
First, forget those complicated plans. Step 1, just pick one place. That's it. Don't try to do everything. Step 2, trust Google Maps. It knows the train lines, the times, everything. Step 3, get a Suica or Pasmo card. It's a prepaid travel card. You just tap and go. No fumbling with tickets. Step 4, just look up and follow the signs. They are there to help you. And finally, step 5, and this is a big one, don't rush. The whole point is to enjoy the journey, not just race to the finish line.
And this right here, this is what you'll be saying at the end of the day. It's what almost every single traveler says after they take that first little trip out of the city. All that fear just melts away, and you're left with this amazing feeling of accomplishment, just surprised at how smoothly it all went. So let's talk about the payoff, because this isn't just about checking a box on a list, right? It's about the kind of memory you're actually creating. Let's just reframe this for a second. This is not some massive, life-changing decision. You're not planning some huge expedition. You are just taking a single train ride. That's all it is. It's one small, simple action that has a huge potential reward. And remember that fifth step, don't rush? Well, this is why. Because when you give yourself that extra time, you might find a quiet little temple that wasn't in any guidebook, or a small cafe with the most perfect view. You know, even getting a little lost can turn into the best story of your day. Those are the moments that really stick with you.
So I'm just going to leave you with this question. Beyond all the neon and the incredible crowds of Tokyo, Just one simple train ride away, there's a moment of peace, or a piece of history, or a view that will take your breath away. And it's waiting for you. The only question is, which one are you going to go find?
Tokyo. It's one of those cities that feels like you've seen it a million times, but at the same time, it's a total mystery. It's a place where a 1,000-year-old tradition can be right around the corner from a peek into the far-off future. It really is a city of endless discovery, and today, we're going to explore the key spots that make it so absolutely unforgettable. So, let's dive in. Okay, so right at the very heart of Tokyo is this incredible contrast. On one hand, you've got the ancient soul of historic Japan. The quiet calm of temples and the steady rhythm of traditions that have been around forever. But then, on the other hand, you have the pure adrenaline rush of a hyper-modern city. We're talking soaring towers and this bold, futuristic vision. This is the magic of the city, and it's the journey we're taking right now.
So, to really get a handle on Tokyo, we've got to start on the ground. We have to explore its deep, spiritual, and natural roots first. We're heading straight into the city's tranquil heart. These spots where you can almost forget you're in one of the biggest urban centers on the entire planet.
Check out this number, 100,000. That's how many trees it took to create something incredible. Right in the middle of bustling Tokyo is the Meiji Jingu Shrine, and it's surrounded by this huge, dense forest. But here's the wild part. This is not some ancient natural forest. It was completely man-made, built to honor Emperor Meiji and Empress Shoken. 100,000 trees were donated from all over Japan and planted by hand about a century ago. It's a living, breathing monument built by the people. Just amazing.
All right, so from that fairly new sanctuary, let's journey to the city's oldest, Sensoji. The legend goes that it was founded way back in the year 628. Imagine that. It all started after two brothers fished a statue of the goddess Kannon out of the river. Today, it's a living, vibrant connection to Tokyo's past, back when the city was still called Edo. When you walk through that massive Thunder Gate, you are literally stepping into centuries of history. And Tokyo's peaceful spots can also take you on a trip around the world. Take Shinjuku Goen. It's not just one garden, it's actually three. In a single park, you can wander through a classic Japanese landscape garden, then stroll through the perfect symmetrical beauty of a French formal garden, and then, just a few steps away, you can relax on the wide-open lawns of an English landscape garden. It's like a world tour in one afternoon.
Okay, so from the quiet of the ground, let's look up, way up. This part of our journey is all about the modern icons that just pierce the Tokyo skyline. These aren't just buildings, they are powerful statements about where this city is headed.
You see, Tokyo doesn't just have one famous tower. It has two, and each one tells a totally different story. First, there's the Tokyo Tower. When it opened back in 1958, it was this powerful symbol of Japan's recovery and ambition after the war. Then, in 2012, came the Tokyo Skytree, almost twice as tall. It's a landmark for a whole new era. One is about rebirth, the other is all about the future. And this quote right here, it absolutely nails the feeling of being up in the Tokyo Skytree. When you're on its highest observation deck, 450 meters up, walking on a glass floor with the entire city just sprawling out beneath your feet, it's just this surreal, breathtaking feeling. It's less like you're looking at the city and more like you're floating inside it. Seriously, it really does feel like you're taking a walk in the sky.
We've seen the calm and we've seen the colossal. Now let's get back down to street level and plug right into the raw, human energy of this city. This is where Tokyo's heart beats the loudest, in its markets, its parks, and its cultural hubs.
Welcome to Ameyoko. This place started out as a black market in the chaotic days right after World War II. Now it's evolved into this unbelievably vibrant, packed market street. With over 400 shops all crammed together, you can find pretty much everything. Fresh fish, fruit, discount makeup, military gear, you name it. The air is just filled with the shouts of vendors. It's the real deal, a true symbol of Tokyo's downtown culture.
And that's really what places like Ameyoko are all about. It's sensory overload in the absolute best way. It's the constant motion, the endless buzz of life. It's the smell of street food, the sight of 1,000 things happening at once. It is the sound of a city that is truly, deeply alive. And right nearby is Ueno Park, which is so much more than just a park. It's this massive cultural hub.
This is where you'll find Japan's very first zoo, with its superstar giant pandas, right alongside a whole collection of world-class museums. And if you go in the spring, it's home to nearly 800 cherry blossom trees, creating one of the most iconic sites in all of Japan. It's where nature, art, and history all come together.
All right, now for something you probably weren't expecting: an aquarium on a rooftop. Seriously, Sunshine Aquarium takes the idea of an urban oasis and just runs with it, putting it 40 meters up in the air. Their most famous exhibit has penguins in this overhead tank, which creates this absolutely magical illusion that they are flying through the sky with the city's skyscrapers right behind them.
And you see that same kind of amazing contrast at the Kabukiza Theater, where they present one of Japan's most traditional art forms. From the outside, it looks exactly like you'd hope. Beautiful, classic Japanese architecture. But then you step inside and bam, you're in a completely modern, state-of-the-art theater with all the latest technology designed to make this ancient art form feel totally dynamic and new.
So we've seen the ancient sanctuaries, the modern towers, and the vibrant streets. The last piece of the puzzle is understanding how all these different threads, that serenity, that ambition, and that incredible energy, all weave together to create the one-of-a-kind experience that is Tokyo.
Which brings us to the big question. Which Tokyo are you going to explore first? Are you going to start with the ancient city of temples and gardens, looking for that peace and history? Or are you aiming for the sky and the modern city of towers, chasing those unbelievable views? Or maybe you want to dive headfirst into the vibrant city of streets and just get lost in its unstoppable energy.
But here's the thing, and this is what makes Tokyo so compelling. You don't actually have to choose. In this city, the past and the future aren't in separate neighborhoods. They're not just neighbors. On every single street corner, they are in a constant, fascinating conversation. And that conversation, that's what truly defines Tokyo.
What is it about Japan that captivates you? Please let me know in the comments below. If this journey resonated with you, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and stay tuned for our next episode. Thank you so much for watching.